Did you ever have someone that was just fucking impossible?
Nah, man. I mean, not really, man. Like I mean, there were interviews that were kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? Like
People are probably happy to be on your show.
Yeah, I mean, but
hip-hop.
even when I wasn't even outside of Launchpad, even like just like my night show, like I think it's a little different when you're doing a show like in a morning show and you're promoting something. Like it was very important to me. Like even when I was interviewing, and again, I don't view myself as a very good interviewer. I was okay, you know what I mean? But I didn't do a lot of research because I wanted to ask authentic questions. So I didn't want to already know the answers to the questions I was asking just to ask them. You know what I mean? So it's like I really wouldn't know about, you know, somebody's process in the album or whatever. So no, but listen, I had fucking some great interviews. And
yeah, who was your first big one? Or
I mean, Quest was good just because he talked. I mean, it's so funny when I go back and listen to it. It's like we talked for fucking like an hour and a half just about, and this was 2003, 4, something like that. Yeah, Quest was good. Nas was a big one for me because I love Nas. Oh, my first interview was KRS actually. Now I think
that's huge.
He did a show at the Middle East. And then I went back to his hotel after to do an interview that I recorded that I ran back. But man, what a fucking guy. He was the nicest human being. So I think that was the first one I got.
Were they asking you, like, were they pitching these interviews to you and you're taking the ones you want, or you have to take what they give you?
A little bit of both. I think they would pitch things and I was like, yeah, that's dope. I think very, very rarely did I say no.
I was gonna say,
like I remember Master P came up with Silk the Shocker, and I'm in my East Coast ignorant hip hop thoughts, and I'm like, but they were fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
so you did it?
Oh yeah. I ended up doing. No, I didn't. And again, like the label people may say, "Fuck you, G, you're an asshole. You turned down." Blah, blah. Maybe I did. Not that I can really recall. Like,
there's no one you remember like turned down. Like, no, we don't want to do that. Because I mean, Master P, someone I would have been in my feelings about at that time too, and not want to do it. But now I'd be like, I missed that interview. Like it'd be like, cause it's a huge interview.
Yeah, it wasn't my shtick, but whatever. They were great. No, I can't really think of anything.
Anything like surprising ever happening in an interview that like just completely like off script, off guard, like what the fuck?
Wyclef. Okay. Wyclef came in. This wasn't Launchpad though. He came in. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was doing two things that happened actually, and this is actually one of the things that I kind of skipped over. Like the thing that got me. I was already doing the Launchpad, but the thing that got me on air on nights doing 7 to midnight was. And I tell her, it's funny, I tell her this all the time. We were doing a jamming party at the Roxy, where I last saw you with Royale, but at the time it was called the Roxy. And it was a Christmas thing, and it was Sean Paul, Angie Martinez, somebody else on it, and Nelly was coming. He was giving away a car, but he wasn't performing. And this is Nelly, this is peak Nelly. This is, you cannot avoid Nelly. This is peak Nelly. But he's doing a Kiss 108 show in Lowell so it probably was the Jingle Ball at the time. It was at the Lowell Coliseum or the Songus Arena or whatever it is. But he's doing that show, and then he's gonna come over and give away a car at the Roxy later on. But it's a snowstorm. And so there's snow in New York, whatever. Angie can't come. She can't make it. So she bails. And this is, Angie's Before I Can Go, big record. So she doesn't make it, so we got to kill some time. So Roy's doing the DJ thing. He's rocking. He's like, hey, like, before Sean Paul comes on or whatever, he was like, why don't you just, go play some old school joints, whatever. Like, kind of like, all right, cool. I don't even think I'm doing the back in the day buffet at that point. I might have done a couple, whatever. But I got, he knows I got the old school bag. So I go out and I'm rocking just old school shit, crowds having fun, whatever. But Nelly was in the back, and I guess he was fucking amped. He comes out on stage and starts rocking over the songs. Like he's rapping them as I'm DJing. And I'm kind of like, what the fuck? And so then I play I remember I Sucker MCs, I play that beat. He starts doing like Hot in Here and his songs over the old school beats. And the people are like what the fuck, right? And so it's this moment where it's like, cool. I'm rocking. I got Nelly that just fucking gave me the super cosign. All right, cool, done. Come on, Sean Paul. And I remember that's like when Cadillac was just like, oh, okay, like I'm not using you like how I should be using you. You know what I mean? And so that was like my first kind of like jamming, like
And that's
moment.
like because you're actually a connoisseur of the music, and you're
again, like
you're invoking
total,
that feeling in people.
Total fucking luck. Well, luck and also being prepared for the moment, right? Like I firmly believe in like, my friend, Marlene, she gave me this thing a long time ago about adapt and prosper and how, if you prepare yourself for those moments, like, yeah, it's lucky that you get it, but you have to be prepared to adapt and be ready to switch.
Luck is preparation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to get ready for it.
Capitalizing on preparation.
Yeah, it's like preparation means proper procedure. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
it is though.
You gotta just be ready.
But how fucking cool is that though? Because now you're in an imprompt group with Nelly.
It was and all because my future good friend and co-worker Angie Martinez decided not to show up to the show. So
crazy. So what's the Wyclef thing?
So Clef. So Ramiro was doing afternoons at the time. I think it was Ramiro. It was either Ramiro or it was I think it was Ramiro. Wyclef came in the afternoon he was promoting something. And he came on, he did an interview, and I think I was filling in for Roy that day. Or maybe even Roy might have been DJing. I might have just been in the studio. But it's a very casual, like, Clef is kind of just like talking to everybody, and it's fun and it's a good vibe. And then I think it might have been Roy. Just, started playing instrumental. And when I tell you Wyclef rapped on Jammin' for like 15 minutes straight, no curses, straight freestyle off the top of his head, I was like, what is happening here? Wow. Like, it was so dope. Like, because we think of Clef and the Fugees, and, obviously we respect him and we know, like, how dope a musician and what he is, but I didn't know he had that in his bag. You know what I mean? And so that always stood out to me. It's just kind of like, man, that shit was dope.